The Winter of Our Discontent. Seniors Matter by Cathy Oliver.
Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by this son of York. Richard III, William Shakespeare.
With these lines, Shakespeare blasts us into Richard III. Well, it's winter indeed, and with it comes the blues for many older people. Some can't get out as much, some don't feel like going out. Physical winter brings driving rain and stinging hail, crisp frosts and sparkling snow. It keeps us seeking sources of warmth inside and blowing on our fingers outside. If only it was so simple to banish our discontent. Discontent nags in constant whisperings. It's persistent. Distractions bounce off its core like ricocheting raindrops in a puddle. So how to make it into glorious summer and dry up the puddle? Summer, as opposed to winter, brings newness, warmth, smiles and hope. Even Richard III, disfigured and despised, dared to hope. Moreover, in this he was his own best supporter and encourager. In summer, those who can are usually tempted to go outside more. They forget the inward, belly-staring gloom and look outwards and upwards to see what's on the horizon. So how to make winter into summer in your soul, especially if you're mostly housebound? One trick that can work is to engage in something new and to fake it till you make it, as the modern cliche goes. Lift your eyes and focus on a new horizon until the white noise of your discontent dissipates. It's hard, but even Richard III, who am so lamely and unfashionable that dogs bark at me as I halt by them, steered himself into a position of power and self-determination. For Tricky Dicky, the peace won by his brother Edward IV from war overseas meant opportunity for mayhem and murder on the domestic front. Not that I'm suggesting you prove a villain in finding your new horizon. In Nillumbik, we have a burgeoning University of the Third Age, U3A. Open to all semi-retired and retired folk, this group offers over 100 hobby courses, so there's bound to be something to whet your appetite and fit in with your schedule. There is plenty for those with limited mobility to join and feel connected. Even subscribing to their newsletter is a start. The annual one-off fee of just $57 is ridiculously cheap too, and for that you can join as many classes as you wish. Go to nillumbik3a.org.au. The magazine group that formed last year has recently brought out its first issue, Nexus, which is available free online and in hard copy from HQ, Eltham Centre Pavilion in Panther Place, beside the library. This production includes snippets from several classes, so we'll give you a good introduction. For those in the faith community, why not let your new horizon be a new prayer point? As we start to focus on others, we are transported away from ourselves and our own problems, even for a little while. Not that it is always those who are worse off in any way than ourselves that we need to think and pray about. To do so can risk its own hubris, as unhelpful comparisons can be made. Who doesn't remember as a child being told to eat your food because of all the starving children? Did the guilt trip work? Not a bit. We need to pray from a point of compassion, not guilt. Those you pray for will grow to be your prayer circle. You will find yourselves thinking about them outside your formal prayers. And that's prayer too. Richard's last words, as penned by Shakespeare, were a desperate plea in a dire situation. A different sort of prayer. A horse, my kingdom for a horse, he cries. Here at the Battle of Bosworth Field, Richard has been knocked off his horse, so is very vulnerable. In that moment, his awareness undergoes a monumental shift. He values life. Did he whisper or shout? It's up to the play's director and the actor. As you face winter and maybe your discontent, how will you respond? Will you search for a new horizon? Will you whisper or shout your new directive to yourself?
About Cathy. Cathy is living it up in retirement living. Each month, she shares her insights and wisdoms. The views expressed in this column are those of the writer and may not reflect the position of the editorial team.